main takeaway is that the covered bonds, both the regulation and the system in Norway is prudent, it's safe. So the main topics of the discussions were about the macroeconomic, household sector debt, house prices.
While there are some factors in the Norwegian market that can present risks, we still see it as fundamentally a rather robust covered bond market. They have a strong sovereign. The banks are fairly well placed, stable outlooks on the sovereign and the majority of banks. We have done some modelling into the impact of potential future house price falls in Norway, and we've modelled something similar to the Finnish crisis in the early 90s, and the outcome of the modelling was a fairly contained fall in capital levels in banks, which indicates that banks will be relatively robust. And of course cover pools as well. You've got the dual recourse with the cover bonds. The cover pools also we expect to be quite robust, given relatively low LTVs, good seasoning, and in most cases limited exposure to the more volatile Oslo market.
The robustness of the Norwegian covered bond market, and of course all the challenges posed by new regulation and basically the jungle of regulation that might actually come in conflict with one another. And it's difficult and challenging, but I think alignment of regulation is a key factor, both on a national and a European level.
Clearly Norway has been through a little bit of a difficult period because of the oil price drop, and we are still in a very slow recovery that will last for a number of years. But we are in a positive growth situation where our main scenario is that the risk of a major setback that could impact house prices considerably and create problems for covered bonds is quite small. It cannot be ruled out, but then on the plus side for the Norwegian economy, in a situation where Norwegian economy was subject to, for instance, an external international shock, we still have the possibility of using monetary policy and fiscal policy to stabilize the economy. So we think that covered bonds in Norway as a low-risk diversifying instrument in a total fixed income portfolio works quite well.
The discussion showed that there has been increased house prices. There has been a setback for the Norwegian economy. However, the risk is not in the covered bond issuers or in the covered bonds. If there is any risk, then it's related to it will come into the banks. But given that we have a very strict regulator, they ensure that it's limited how much tail risk they also can take on board on their balance sheet.